Hi, everyone. My name is Shakira. This is the Love and Money Show. And today we're going to discuss working. Do you want to work for the rest of your life? If the answer to that is no, then you better get some assets. Otherwise, you will have to work for the rest of your life. Um, and the outcome may not be so great. So basically, what the difference is people buy assets. What are assets? Assets are for people who are not aware, or maybe people who got this later on in life. Assets are when you start buying into the stock market, that's an asset. If you're not in the stock market, then you are really missing out because that's something that is not taught in school. And you really should have been in there like 20 years ago. That's just how important being in the stock market is. So that's an asset. Also, owning property. So, yes, you hear people say, do what you love and follow your passion. But if you want to have a secure retirement, you want to be safe, you want to be financially secure, yes, do what you love. And you better get some property. People do what they love and they have property on the side. One example is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart owns property. So that's another example of asset. Stock market, property, also creating your own business. You know, Black women are the number one entrepreneurs are Black women. So creating your own business. Um, Most of us have been taught to go to school and get an education, and there's no entrepreneurship involved in this journey whatsoever. So starting to teach yourself about entrepreneurship is very important. That is an asset, is having your own business. And if you're not really sure what it is that you want to do, just try anything and then course correct along the way. So if you don't want to work for the rest of your life, get you some assets. So I am reading this book I wanted to share with you. It's called The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Now, you may already know about it, but I am just now reading it. I'm about halfway through it. It's very, very thick, and it has some interesting points in it. He talks about the difference in the mindset between the poor and the middle class. And I'm reading this book thinking, that's exactly what I think. How do you know what I think? This is exactly what I'm thinking. So, one example he says is that the poor and the middle class, they believe that they have no networks, there is no one to help them. But on the other hand, the wealthy people, they have all kind of networks and they have all kind of people to help them. And so that is exactly what I believe. I believe there is a difference in networks, who has help and who doesn't have help. And so what it says in this book is that you get networks by failing. So you're not failing hard enough. And so when you begin to fail harder, then that's when the networks come into fruition. Now, I still do believe that the wealthy do have networks for them, whether that be good family structures, like maybe you have a wealthy father already there in place, things like that. So I still have that belief, but I do find it interesting that he states that if you fail harder, then the networks will come. So if you're a kind of person that is looking for networks, mentors, you're looking for people who are doing better than you. Um, I was actually one of those people. I'm like, where are these people that are doing better than me? Where are they? So if you're one of those people, I would suggest that you start a podcast because you're going to start meeting people and talking to people that you would never be able to have a connection with. And the only way you have a connection with them is because you have a microphone in your hand. So I would suggest that you start a podcast. So it's not a necessity, it's just a suggestion. If you are interested in, they say, get around people who are smarter than you and around people who are doing better than you can do that by creating a podcast. Okay. So I just think that is interesting. So reading this book, he says that there are a million ways to become a millionaire. So it's not just real estate. There are a million ways to become a millionaire. And so this book is very interesting. If you are interested, you can go ahead and pick up a copy. If not, that's fine too. I just wanted to share with you what I am reading. I like to read. If you haven't noticed, I will put up different links based on what I am reading. And then some of my guests, I interview a millionaire and entrepreneur every Sunday. I interview different millionaires and different entrepreneurs every Sunday. And then I remember one of my guests, she stated that people are doing everything but buying real estate. They're reading books and they're listening to podcasts and they're doing everything but actually buying property. So if you do pick up this book or you're reading any other books and you like to read just like me, just remember to actually take the action of buying the assets, not just sitting back reading, not just sitting back listening to podcasts. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you do not want to work for the rest of your life, then you better get some assets. These assets will allow you to actually no longer have to be in this repetitive grind of going to bed, get up, go to work, go to bed, get up, go to work, go to bed, get up, go to work. Assets, get you some. So this is Shakira with the Love and Money Show. If you like the show, please share it with one other person and please hit the like button on your way out. It helps the channel. Thank you for listening and have a great rest of your night.